So basically, they hardly have any hair, just a little teeny tiny bit, right? Is what you're saying?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I did thin it, but I am definitely open to thinning it more. No problem. And can you see well?
That made a difference, yes.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get over here. Let's see, what I did was I thinned out the inside, so it looks like I left it all thick, but I just left the little edges, but I'm cutting more off. So basically, this Weave Buddy now is just her little tiny edges, and she ain't got nothing up here. But she does, she wants her edges out. Now we're gonna talk about her like if she was a human. She wants her edges out. Again, I thinned this out, but I can thin it a little bit more here. So I don't wanna cut it all off. So I'm gonna cut all of the inside here. So you can get more of that simulation. Okay, so you notice, she just has some edges.
Yes.
Okay, nothing here.
Yes.
Okay, so make sure the other side is like that. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it real quick. So basically now I'm just leaving little edges around. And the way I put that Weave Buddy on, I brought it all the way forward and her edges are out. I brought it all the way forward. Now if she happens to have any hair here, you know, I cut it off, but if she happens to have, bring it all forward. Bring it all forward.
Okay, bring her hair forward.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't put it in a braid, because she wants her hair out. Don't put it in a braid. So if she does have it, okay, so 2 inches, the hair in front of the ear should not be braided if she's doing a leave out. If she wants her own hair out, obviously, should not be braided. So, so you can braid behind the ear, not in front of the ear. Okay.
Okay.
Go back to look at that video and you'll see that she's not braided there in the front, and how I applied it so we can so we don't have to reapply this again, because what I want to do is put on apply the hair and the closure so you can see how that works. But so if she, like I said, braided behind the ear, and then you could start the braid right up here, like she has leave out, you could start the braid right around up here. Okay.
Okay, so all of that hair, like right at the top, you just leave it out, pull it to the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, because I feel like you don't remember the video, which is fine. Let me just remove this. And I made big fat braids because, like you said, these dolls be coming with a lot of hair. And I mean, I just did a quickie braid pattern because I wanted to get that video done for you, because I knew you had that client, which ended up canceling.
Right.
But so see how I started the braid 2 inches from the hair, almost
Okay.
2 inches from the hairline. Okay.
I
And you
see. So
see
now, my question to you, I see where the braid started right behind the ear.
Yeah.
So if the client has hair in between, we just leave it out?
in between these up here, or in the front?
No, in the front. In the front.
Just put it like what I do to get it out of the way. I put it in a little braid and put a clip on it.
And just pull it to the front. Okay, I got it.
This is for leave out people who want their hair out. This
Yeah.
We're not talking for all you know, what do you call that? No leave out.
Yeah,
We're talking for leave out.
Yeah.
Okay, so then see how though I went with the Weave Buddy, this is braided, this 2 inches is out, I went forward anyway, all the way, the 2 inches, whether there's hair there or whether it's bald or whatever, I went 2 inches forward with the Weave Buddy. Okay, and that's her new hairline. That's where, see, because we're gonna fill it with hair, even though her hair is under here coming out.
Gotcha.
We're gonna fill this with hair, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, for you. So let me.
So you still bring the Weave Buddy pretty
forward.
much all the way up to the hairline.
Bring it forward to the hairline. That's her hairline. Bring it to the hairline. Whether they're like, that's what I try to explain. With the whether there's hair there or not, the Weave Buddy has to go forward. Okay. I'm gonna take some time to, if you want, do you have your doll head with you? Learn, go ahead and take your notes. So what I wanna do is go ahead and re-sew this back on real quick. And on the video that I sent you, I talked about these little elastic bands, okay? They are long, I cut them off, but they're long. So we're gonna redo that elastic band so that it can attach and keep that front flap down a little bit, okay?
And that ties, you tie it in the back, right?
You tie it in the front at first when you're applying the Weave Buddy. Once you're done applying the Weave Buddy, you attach it, you tie it to the back, and then get it down. Again, it's refer to that video I made you on YouTube. Refer back to that because that does show you, and also several of the videos that I have sent you talk about how to attach that elastic down more. But we're gonna go through it real quick. When I'm done with this one, we're gonna go through it real quick with the hairline one. Okay. So don't worry, you'll be able to capture it. Okay. So I just want to get this one back attached so we can talk about how the hair, because I think it's important for you to see how the hair is being attached when it's people that have their own leave out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me just get that little elastic to go back. So this little guy, I'm bringing it down like this. First, let me attach that needle. It's always better to attach the needle instead of trying to attach that down at the same time that you're trying to put the needle on there, you know? So, bringing this down. And see, usually you have the whole elastic, so you just make a bow in the middle with both of them, so you're not like trying to hold on to this while that is getting sewn at the same time. You see how this kind of buckles a little bit, so I'm just gonna go back over here, okay, and attach it to the Weave Buddy.
Gotcha. I see what you did.
Okay. And what that does too is it just keeps this down. But you see how that buckle went away?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what you do there. You're going to probably forget, but you'll have it in the video. So you could read.
I'm writing it down.
Okay. And then you can also revisit the video too, so you can see the hem, the way I do it. Okay. So that's that. Let's go ahead and talk about the closure for this leave out. See, sometimes you can also use a leave out buddy like this one. I'm gonna put it in the video. Okay, a leave out buddy doesn't have the bridge. Okay, some people like to use the leave out buddies and still connect a closure on there. So that's another
okay, I
choice.
see.
So some
okay,
people,
so now let me, real quick. So if I was to use the leave out buddy, I'll cut that lace off in the middle?
if you're doing leave out of their
Yes.
hair, so what you do first is you connect it first. Though you leave this lace on until you're done completely connecting it right, and once it's on, then you cut off the lace, and
Gotcha.
then you can have the leave out.
Gotcha.
Now
Okay.
on the one of the videos I sent you is called the leave out buddy, that shows you exactly how to do that. Okay.
Okay.
I know it's overwhelming when I send all these videos. You're like, I don't know which one to watch first and all that. And even when you watch them, it doesn't make sense until you talk to me a little bit. So
Yes.
yeah, I understand about that. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead. You see how it did shift a little bit? It did move a little bit. It's okay. Well, see, I actually had left it further back because she did have a little more hair out here. Still like this is gonna be fine because we're gonna put in our protective paddles. And we're gonna get that closure in there, the closure, so that when you do put the closure in, bring it forward about, this is a used closure, okay?
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna do about 3 more needles real quick.
Okay.
That hair, and then these little front squares can connect to the green of the grip band, can connect to that, which keeps it, you know, more forward. But I'm wondering why it pulled back though. Why did it pull back? I need to,
Well, so I can tell you why. I
Okay.
didn't bring it all the way up to the hairline.
okay,
Like you did. I left some space. It was like, it's maybe about an inch or 2 away from the hairline. I
Okay.
didn't bring it completely
that's the
forward.
one that kind of bothered me and I told you about it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, bringing it forward, and you can use a grip band on top of that hair. You
Do
can,
you recommend that?
almost, because I don't want it to pull back on her again.
Yeah.
I'm almost afraid, you know, that I don't want to
And
risk.
her hair is very fine. It's very, very
Then
fine.
it's if she has really fine hair, you should be using a grip band.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just pretty much because just put the grip band on, and I did the grip band with the first one, and
Yeah.
But also the grip band will just start connect to that braid that start at the crown. The
Okay,
braid that's
so
behind the ear.
the grip band would go in front of the braids,
Yes.
so it
But
wouldn't
you
go
connect it to the braid. You
I
use the
connected
braid
to,
connect
just
it.
like how you did on the when you
Yes.
were telling people, this is how you use the grip band, and if you put this way, it stays properly. That was exactly it. Do it for her on top of her little hair that she does have there, and connect it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even though she
Okay.
has hair there, connected there, because what's going to happen is when you sew on the weave buddy to her, that green that's what that's there for. You're going to put the paddle underneath that grip band. Okay, so you're bringing this in, you're putting it under the grip band. That way you could see what you're doing, you know, because the red shows everything, and B, it'll ensure that the little hairs that she does have there don't get pulled with your sewing. Okay, and so this is going to go underneath the grip band. So basically what you're going to do is take like a little comb, get under there, make sure that there's no hair under that comb, and get under that grip band. So I'm under that grip band now, okay? And then I'm putting the protective paddle under the grip band.
So now, my question to you, by leaving the hair out like that, when they come in for a shampoo, how is that hair that's underneath the weave buddy in the front Like, how is that going to be affected?
It's not. I mean, because there's no sewing under there, you could gently get in there, you know, and put a little shampoo there. You can get in there and scrub it a little because there's no sewing right there.
Right.
You don't have any sewing there. That's why it's important to be able to have their own hair out and not sew on it. And that's why I always say use your protective paddle, because if you didn't use the protective paddle, you'd get some of that hair. So when you're trying to get under there, you can't because it's stuck with that hair and you're hurting them. You see what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so you can actually get in there.
Okay, so now my question, I guess, to be more clear, because a lot of my clients, their hair, when we wet it, it gets to a curly texture, and then I straighten it out. So the hair that's curly underneath the weave buddy, will it cause it to like lift?
What you do, this hair that's underneath the weave buddy, just gently pull up, have her help you, and use your expertise to get that hair straight get that hair dry and straight as, you know, do your thing to make it work.
Okay.
Have her, if you need her to assist you, have her hold this for you. Or I've got these cool things here that I order on Amazon, okay? And what I do is, like, you can just pin it and then and then have her hold the other side.
Okay.
If you don't want her hands her hands are in your way, pin it and just have her hold it from the other side.
Okay.
Okay. And
That
just
makes sense.
get that done as quick as possible so you can lay it back down. But yeah, you can get under there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know it's gonna get kinky. It's okay. That happens.
Okay.
Okay. So back to the front, the closure. We're gonna bring it forward 1/3 inch. Measure, you know, use your, take advantage of all these lines. These are geometric lines, so you can
Okay,
kind
now
of.
you're a little bit out of the camera.
Okay. Take advantage of all these lines. So I always like to pull it and check it and see exactly where it's gonna lay on both sides evenly, and pull it real tight, because you know we have to pull these closures real tight.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
On both sides, I can see that it's going to be right on the second square, and it should be, let's see, it's on the second, so it's lying right around, wait, hold on one more time. This second square and this, okay. So there's a set of two, another set of two. So this one is passing the two squares and into the third, passing the two squares and into the third.
Okay.
But I just want to double check one more time. Yep, I'm stretching it hard. So it's on the third square, about in the middle of the third square. So now, because I already have stretched it and I already know that, then I don't have to sit there and sew and stretch at the same time. Do you feel me? Like I don't.
You know that you're sewing on each third
I know
square.
exactly where it is, so now I don't have to be like trying to pull it and trying to sew at the same time, because I've already pulled, and I already know that it's going to be on both sides on the third.
That third square.
That's right. So first thing I'm going to do on this third square, can you see well?
I can, yes.
Okay. On the third square, I'm going to go ahead and put in the needle, because there's no point in trying to put the needle and the closure on at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, and let me make sure that my protective paddle is there and it's not going to move. Okay. Bringing it forward about a 1/3 inch. 1/3 inch to a 1/2 inch is fine. Okay?
A little past the weave buddy?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have it about a 1/2 inch, that's fine. 1/2 inch to, 1/3 inch to a 1/2 inch is fine. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and clip it on so it's not flopping or falling everywhere. And then go ahead and connect it to that 3rd square. And let me turn this a little bit. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm connecting it here. I'm gonna go ahead and go towards the back. And even though this middle line has that grip, there's little holes there, so you could still put that needle through there.
Okay.
It wasn't like that before, trust me. It's gotten more easier to work with.
Yeah. Now that is the one thing that I will say. It's a little tough sewing the tracks on to the Wheat Buddy. It
Yeah.
takes some getting used to for sure.
Yeah, if you use the big holes instead of trying to get the needle through the little holes, if you go in and get the needle through the big hole, it's gonna save you a lot more time. You see how I'm going back to the front. See how I'm getting it through the big hole? I'm not trying to sit there and sew on those little holes.
Okay.
Okay, and see, look, it's going through when I say the big holes, I mean where the mesh is, where the
Yes.
lace is. Okay, I'm not trying to get that needle through and try to get it through those little tiny holes. That just would take forever,
Okay.
and it's not necessary. The only time I do put a needle through the little hole is when I'm at a corner.
Okay.
Just like when I'm closing the slits, the same thing. Only when I'm at a corner, when I'm attaching the Wheat Buddy, I only put the needle through the little squares when I'm in any corner, because that keeps the corner down. Other than that, girl, you should be sewing on those big squares.
Okay.
That is going to save you a lot of time. And do you see how I went about 1/3 inch? I'm not sitting there trying to do every little tiny square or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, so I did about 1/3 inches.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna leave this needle here because I'm gonna use it, but I wanna work on the other side first, but I want to use this needle for bringing this down later.
Okay.
So then we're gonna
And
go.
that's another part I need to see. That
Yeah.
finish for the very front.
Yes, ma'am.